It's day 7 of the January transfer window, and while Roman Abramovich ponders a hand-to-mouth existence after being overtaken in the rich list by the chaps at Man City and QPR, we press on. Sammy Hippie is the man in demand today. Liverpool paid just £2.5 million for him 10 years ago, and he makes his 700th appearance this weekend at Stoke, with Dan Agger the main man at Anfield these days, alongside Carragher. Lots of clubs testing the waters to see if he fancies a move, from Spurs to Sunderland to Turkey to Serie A. Liverpool digging their heels in unless they get an offer they can't refuse, say the Express. Expect someone from desperate Man City to be on the phone any day now. Talking of desperate Man City, and they've got yet another ludicrous signing lined up. Inter Milan's Adriano. Now, alarm bells should be ringing at the fact that Jose Mourinho is willing to listen to offers for a player he's at a fine for the umpteenth time this week. Yet desperate City are interested. To be fair, it would involve a swap deal with the truly awful Joe going the other way. Two other bits of City news for you today that are broken today. Mark Hughes refusing to comment on reports linking the club with Carlos Tevez, please. And Barcelona have insisted that Samuel Eto'o's not for sale, with City sniffing around him too. A couple of new names for you. And Aston Villa having a look at the Sporting Gijon central defender Canella. He's one of the best young defenders in the Spanish league. Villa hoping to tie up a deal by the end of January. Time for your messages, and yesterday Hannah became the first ever person to post a video message here on Football Spy. Rayneth is the second. Here he is.
Hey Darren, it's Ryan here. Arsenal fan, as you can see. Who do you think we should buy? Also, have you had any news about this Walcott business?
Now, the Walcott thing you're talking about is the fact that Arsenal could lose him for just £400,000 in the summer, because they're dragging their heels over giving him a new deal. He's only 19 and his current deal's got just 18 months left to run. If he gets to the point where there's just a year to run, then the FIFA rules state any buying club would have to pay only £80,000 in training costs for every year he's been at the club. Long-winded, but suffice to say that all of the big clubs are watching with a great deal of interest. That's for who I think Arsenal should sign. Arshavin would be a good move, and Tevez from Man U, of course, would be superb. Here's NZ Everton fan from Down Under with the next question.
Hey Darren, NZ Everton fan here. Great idea video posting. Leroy Leder, what do you think of him? Do you think he'd be alright at Everton? He's cheap, he's young, and he's what they're looking for. Let me know what you think.
I'm not that keen on him myself, but it is a fact that both Everton and Newcastle are looking at him because he's out of contract in the summer, so he comes very cheap indeed. Leiter's 24, he's at Reading at the moment, and Norwich want him, but he wants to stay in the Premier League, so we'll keep you posted. Thanks for that. Now, very quickly, Sarge wants to know if there's any information about a move for the attacking midfielder Angel Lafita to Liverpool. Now, I'm very pleased to say that our friends at imscouting.com have handed Football Spy access to their superb database, and their excellent site has footage and details of a whole host of players. Get details on our blogs page too. But to answer the question, Lafita won't be going to Liverpool. He's a good player. He's 24, can play in the middle or on the left, and he scored 5 in 20 appearances. But Riera done really well there. Now, more messages later. Don't forget, video messages will now start to take priority from now on as we try to get as many of you onto the show as possible. Some more papers for you. The Sun say that the Rangers striker Kris Boyd is about to sign for Birmingham, top scorer for the last 3 seasons with 91 goals. The Times' window watch section says Spurs have rekindled their interest in the Brazilian striker Fred at Lyon. Visit imscouting.com for a detailed profile on him. And our own Football Spy page reveals that West Ham are about to sell winger Matthew Etherington to Stoke for £3.5 million. Lots of papers reporting that the Hammers are in for the very, very talented Brescia striker Savio. The scouting chaps tell me that he's one of the best all-rounders in Serie B. Brilliant pace, excellent right foot, good crosser, good technique. Looks like Zola's unearthed another gem. And we're hearing this morning that Spurs have had a third bid for their left winger, for Middlesbrough's left winger, Stuart Downing, turned down. The Press Association report that a bid to be in the region of about 14.5 has been rejected. Getting a bit ridiculous, that one. More messages, and for Hoagie Mohammed, Jimmy signs Aston Villa. They've agreed a deal to sign the 17-year-old Dutch defender Huffhood from Excelsior. Jachis wants to know why AC Milan want Lucas Neal, who's had a contract in the summer. I think you'll find he was pictured with them the other day. I think you'll find that was a bit of PR, probably designed to frighten West Ham into giving him a new deal. As for Zygum, we still haven't had your theme tune yet, so what I'd like you to do is post it onto YouTube like the others have done, and we'll pick it up from there and have a listen to it. Millican says he'd love it if AC Milan took Jermaine Pennant off Liverpool's hands. He says maybe we'd get £20 million out of desperate Man City for him. And we end today with desperate Man City's Micah Richards being spoken of in some circles as the new Titus Bramble. He's denying he's getting a bit fat in the sun. Lots of people would believe him if he hadn't been left trailing on countless occasions this season. Maybe have just one sausage with your breakfast intended to today, Micah. Now, for all of you who've been posting on the blogs page, we'll get round to your messages tomorrow. In the meantime, Anne's back, and she will update you on all the breaking news throughout the day. I'll see you tomorrow.